Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. So today we are going to be doing a little bit of planting, not too much because at this time I can't really do a lot. Now for those of you who already know me, know that I've done surgery for fibroids about almost 3 weeks now, and I'm still recovering from that. So I can, let's put it this way, I can't rough myself up too much. I can't lift nothing, pull. I can't do any of that stuff. So my husband have been doing a lot for me. It's kind of fun to see him out there, just doing all this stuff that I would normally do. But he's doing it happily, and I'm happy about that. Okay. So for the few subscribers that I do have on my channel, thank you guys so much for sticking around and being patient to seeing more videos. Now, if you are a new subscriber, welcome. Thank you. My name is Samantha, and on this channel, I do all things gardening. Now, I do have another channel called Cultural Inspiration, and that is on the bottom of this of this channel. When you go to the home screen, you're gonna see it up there, and you can subscribe to that if you're interested. I do cooking and decorating and cleaning on that channel. I decided to separate the gardening from the cleaning and decorating because I realized that it was getting a little bit too confusing, or at least to me. Sometimes when I go to my page and I see decorating, cleaning, gardening and stuff, it gets a little confusing. So I decided to separate the two. Anyway, with that said, we're going to move on to what I'm going to be doing today. Okay. With the little bit of energy that I have, I'm going to be doing something today. Okay. Let's get into that. Okay. So today we're going to be planting these onion sets. Now, I am not a big fan of these onions, of planting them, because they're onion sets, and most of the time you don't really know what you're gonna get when you plant these. And the first time I did it, the onions were pretty small, so I'm not a big fan of them. I prefer the stalk and the seeds. I like to set my own seeds. Okay, let's say that. But this was the only thing that I could really get from the garden center, so this is what I'm planting. I like to plant onions, and that's one of the reasons why I still pick it up. I only got this one. I didn't get like the red onions and the yellow onions because this is more like a sweet onion to me, and so I love it. And that's the reasons why I got this one. Okay. Yeah, so right now at this time, if we're 1 week, let's see, I think I'm like 1 week away from my last frost date. It's the 7th, so maybe a week and a few more days. Yeah, we're not 7 days away. Yeah, so I'm like a few days away from our last frost date. And so during that time is when I normally put down my onions. I love to do that. And that's why I'm kind of like pushing myself to go out there and put it down in the ground. So today we are going to be planting these. Okay. Hopefully there's no rain or it's not really cold outside. Because if it's cold, I don't do cold. I just don't. It's supposed to get about, I think, about 56 today. So let's see how that pins out. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about these onions real quick. Okay, so these onions, first of all, their hardiness is from zone 3 to 9. So I really and truly could have planted this since last year, maybe during the fall or something like that, and it would have gone dormant, and then during the spring it kind of picks up and shoot out and do all it's necessary. Maybe I should plan that for next year, to do some of my onions like that. I've never done onions like that. At least not of my recollection right now. But maybe I should do that during the fall. Put some onions in the ground and see what happens. Because this is a little surprising to me. Although I've planted onions before, I never knew that. So now I'm reading, you know, reading is fundamental. Anyway, it likes full sun. So we're going to put it in an area that is full sun. We're also going to plant it. The depth is 1 inch. So we're also going to put it in the ground 1 inch deep. And it says the harvest time should be summer, which is when most of the years that I plant onions, I always harvest during the summer. So that makes sense. But I didn't know that I could plant this from since the year before, because, yeah. Anyway, so this is what we're going to be planting today. Okay, so one thing that I didn't mention is I do have animals like squirrels and groundhogs and stuff. They like to dig around my garden, or dig inside of the garden bed. And that causes me to lose a lot of seeds that I've already put down. Because once they start digging and messing up the bed, you're losing seeds. You know, they're either taking the seeds or they've disturbed the seeds. And so you won't get any growth from that. So in the past, last year I realized, last year is when I realized they started digging. And that's because I had planted a lot of stuff. So of course, you know, you plant stuff and they're smelling, you know, all these different things out there. So they're coming around. And so I lost a lot of crop last year, but I was also able to get a lot. So basically it was some for me and some for them. And I did put down this animal repellent stuff that I got from either Costco or Lowe's. I put that down and that was helping a little bit. So I bought it again this year. I didn't put it down yet. But once I plant these onion sets, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put something over the garden bed so that they're not going inside of the garden bed. I'm going to probably put like a netting or something like that so they can get in to dig the stuff out. You know, I don't put the animal repellent like in the garden bed. I just put it around the garden bed. For one, I don't know how safe it is for vegetables. And two, I want to know exactly what I'm eating when I'm harvesting stuff, you know, when I'm harvesting what I planted. You know, I don't want any chemicals and any mixture of anything that I don't know of around the food that I'm putting in my body. So with that said, I think I'm going to go out there and put these in the ground now. There's a few other things, but if I'm going to do something else, I'm going to let you guys know, because I'm trying to take it one step at a time. I'm not trying to rush myself into doing anything. So, all right, let's do this. Okay, so the onions are planted. It didn't quite take 2 rows. I just basically put it in these 2 rows right here. But just at the front here, don't have anything. So it's just another space to actually put something else. A few, I'll say about 2.5 weeks ago, we put some seeds out here, plant a few vegetables up, kind of before time. And I thought with the weather, it would have messed up some of the seeds. I was just hoping and praying. And I don't know if you can see. We got, let me see if I can do this. There's a few things coming up right there. Let's see. Yep. Now, in this bed, this is a 4x7, and I didn't plant the whole bed, but almost everything, and it just looks like only that little section germinates. Over here, let's see, over here is doing really good. This is parsley, of course, and a lot more is coming up. Over here, I believe I have like, what was this? Oh, this is romaine lettuce. Put this back down. Romaine lettuce. And as you can see, how much germination is going on here. So this is coming up. Over here, I have something else. These guys are digging really bad, but I'm hoping and praying that they go away soon. Let's see the tag for this one. I believe this might be spinach. Yup, this is spinach, and this is popping up as well. It's not popping up in all areas, but some parts are popping up, and I'm just grateful for that. If everything doesn't come up, it just tells me that I have more space to pop in stuff, you know. So we'll see. I'm gonna really keep an eye on it. Over here, we had a lot of beets and something else, but it's germinating in little places. I see germination, so that's good. Over here, I didn't plant anything else here, but the kale, is doing fantastic. And this is broccoli, and this broccoli looks a little stringy. I'm not sure if it's coming up well or if it's about to bolt, but only time is gonna tell. That would be strange for broccoli to bolt in this weather, but it's doing, I would say it's doing absolutely beautiful right now, and I'm grateful for that. Now, I believe it's in the beginning of February, I use these recycled milk carton and plant a lot of stuff in them, a lot of vegetables, cold crop, and put them out here in hopes that when I was ready, I can open them and get vegetables and stuff to just pop into the garden. Now, there are some of them that are ready to be open, like this one. It's kind of tall in there. This one. And these are what? Let's see. Oh, these are red kale. This one is ready to come out. This one is cauliflower, and this is ready to come out. And some of them are pretty small in there. So the ones that are ready to come out, basically I can open them and just pop it in the ground. So that's what I'm going to do to these two that is tall in this carton. I'm going to open these and pop them in the ground, and then I'm going to have to cover it up because these animals are going to sure as heck mess me up. So I'm going to go do that right now. Yay! So this is my kale. And then I have to keep the name right next to it, so I remember to put a little name tag when I plant these out. So both of these look like kale. Let's see. Actually, this one says cauliflower, but it looks like kale to me. Unless, yeah, this one says kale and this one says cauliflower. But both of them looks like kale. Kale. And is it cauliflower mixed in between? I don't know. OMG. Okay, we're gonna see this on the positive side because we're not about to have a disaster. We're gonna space them out and plant them and still be able to reap what we sow. Okay, let's go planting these things right here. I'm gonna split them up and then plant them. Alright guys, I'm finished. This is the bed that I planted the onions, the 2 rows, and what I did was just put this garden netting over it so that the squirrels won't get in it. Really, it's not for the weather because the onions can take the weather, but for sure I don't want the squirrels digging in there because then it's over with. Now, I did plant, let's go back here. I did plant the red kale here, and I kind of throw this little netting over it as well. As you can see, let me step back. It's not done properly, and the reason for that is I do not have any landscape staples. So I can't even tighten it properly. It's just basically throw over there and kind of tucked in. So I got to go order some of that in order to get this done properly. And this also is for the squirrels not getting into the bed. And that's why I only cover like half of it and not the whole thing. Because these are like totally developed. And the squirrels don't bother that. But something like this that it's so small and look like babies, they can totally destroy this. I don't know if you can see this through here. It should be clear enough. Now, another thing is, when I took them out of the container, clearly it was a bit, the roots have not developed as strong as I needed them to, but I was still able to plant them here because the soil is nice and loose and soft, you know, so it's gonna be fine. It's kale. This is gonna be fine. So I'm not really worried about it. I just trying to protect them from these animals. Yeah, so that is it for now. By the time I can truly get through all of this, I have a lot of cleaning to do in this backyard because of plants that die, plants that I try to throw away and it just left, kind of left in a junk pile all the way over there. Yeah, there's a lot of cleaning up to do. This area over here is all junked up with pots and, you know, plants that died and stuff like that. I have a lot of cleaning to do. And normally people don't show you the everyday mess, or a lot of gardeners want to show you things that looks pretty and not the things that looks bad. But I'm showing you everything because this is everyday life. It's not going to be perfect all the time. So here you go. Anyway guys, I'm going to close this video out here. Hope you guys was able to do something today. I know everybody is not home and most of you have full-time jobs and some of you have a lot of kids and, you know, stuff like that. But hopefully within your day you got to do something. The only reason I'm getting to put out these videos as fast as I am is because I'm actually home. But I do have a full-time job. So by the time I go back out to work, I'm gonna have to do my videos in the evening. So right now, yes, I'm fully taking advantage of this to get things done. Anyway guys, have a great day and I will see you in my next video.